Hello, everyone. Once again, this is Dare to Speak. I have a few photos and letters from friends. Well, one particular friend in this case, a childhood friend from back in the 1980s. And we were friends ever since middle school at Kosciuszko and then South Division. And the messed up thing about it is he ended up doing something stupid. And he ended up in prison because of it. It happened like a couple of years after high school, maybe 3 years, I think, or something. I'm not really quite sure. It could have been 4 years, I think. But it was a murder case. It was basically. I mean, he was a good guy, even though he wasn't exactly. You know, he wasn't exactly a punk. I knew him ever since middle school, and we were very good friends. He was never affiliated with any gangs, but he did have friends that were Latin Kings, just like with me. You know, we knew them, but we were never affiliated with them. And he didn't really care for that kind of thing, anyways. He was funny as hell and stuff like that. He came across some kind of this racial discrimination at some bar, at some place, whatever, and then some racist people were like giving him shit, and I guess he just like couldn't control his temper. He did something, and I don't know. I don't want to get too much into it, but a person got killed by accident, even though he didn't mean to actually hurt or harm anybody. But when you snap and get angry, and you get violent, and you do something, whether you throw something at someone or try to stab them, or whether you or take a gun and shoot at the building, and one person gets hit by a bullet, even though you didn't mean to shoot at them, to kill anybody, I mean. But you should know that, you know, someone's might get hurt. But he was a good guy. I mean, he wasn't. If he was a punk, I would have said it here on camera. But he's not. Hopefully, I mean, he admitted that he did something stupid. On my birthday, because he knew when my birthday was, because he came over my house a few times. Gave me a birthday card from 1996, which I still have. I still kept it. Yeah, I still kept it. He wrote me a letter. I sent him a booklet on scary stories, ghosts and stuff like that, because he's kind of into it himself. And he wrote back to me. And I'm not going to zoom in too much because I don't want to show whatever, but he sent me a picture of him when he was in prison. I hope he's doing okay. I don't even know if this guy's if he's paroled or if he's still alive or whatever. And it was fucked up. Yeah, but he was a pretty cool guy. And during that time, also, because there was a lot of like stupid fights with this clique that we know of, like the Chola Boys, and against the Latin Kings, and then there was the Vice Lords, and then we heard about BOS. I remember when I was in 8th grade, it was the 1986-87 school year. So it must have been in 1987 because it was still, winter was almost over. So it was like late winter, early spring. So it was late. So it was like in the year of 1987, and I heard about this particular gang called BOS, which stands for Brothers of Struggle. And I remember in home ec class, a friend of mine was just just being stupid, just making fun of them, and also another gang called BGD. Black Gangster Disciples. We heard about them, and just being funny. He would joke around, like saying, in class, because I was on one big table and he was in the other, and he was goofing around saying, "Yeah, BGD means Big Glazed Donut," and we were all started laughing and stuff like that. And BOS, that stands for bullshit organization shit. I mean, we're like 14, 15 years old, just saying, just goofing around saying stupid shit, that kind of thing. And I would laugh, But of course, they have their own history, and I wouldn't doubt it if when they first started, they weren't exactly punks. Because the name, like Brothers of Struggle or whatever, I'm pretty sure they have some kind of positive thing to it. But then, just like every typical gang, the government gets threatened by any kind of organization of minorities, so they have to make them look bad as much as possible. And that drugs can actually do it, because with poverty, there's going to be competition. People want to survive. That's basically how it is. I mean, there's there was a lot of shit that happened there was also a moment where I saw a few people go to jail for stupid shit. And there was this one guy who was a Latin King, and another guy that was affiliated with the Latin Kings, JKs. They were Junior Kings. And I remember one time, even though they were very cool with me and they knew that I wasn't affiliated with any gang, they saw me as a pretty straight guy. This one Latin King, this Junior King guy, didn't want me to get involved in any kind of trouble because he thought I was a cool cat, pretty cool guy. And he was always being harassed by the gang squad, and they're fucking assholes. I remember going to a friend's house. This was during the winter. I remember going to a friend's house. He lived about maybe 5 blocks away. I walked over there when I was only about a block away from his house. This unmarked car came by. Motherfucker just put the flashlight in my face, asked me what my name was, and right away I knew there was the gang squad because I recognized, I saw them a lot, so I kind of pretty much knew it. And I was like going like this, and the light was actually hurting me. So I told him my name, and then my first name, and he says, "What's your last name?" And then I told him my last name, and then he just stared at me for 2 seconds, and he said, "Okay," and he just took off. I'm like, the fuck, that kind of thing. And there was a part where I went walking, and they were talking to him, to my friend. His name was Carlos. I'm not gonna tell you his last name, but I came up. I passed him up. And said, "Hey man," and then I just started slowing down. I was walking past him because he was leaning up against the car, talking to the gang squad because they were harassing him, for suspicion of mischief or something like that. I don't know. And then when he saw me, when he noticed that I was slowing down, he was like, "This is, vete, keep going, keep walking, dude." So, okay, so I just kept on walking. And of course, I know I wasn't gonna stick around. I don't want to get into any fucking trouble. So, those are some of the crazy shit that happened. And these are the kind of things that, you know, I saw too many people go the wrong direction. I mean, it's rough. It was rough in the hood. I understand that. I had it better. I had it a little bit better than my other friends. I never saw myself being better than them. I just kind of felt bad. And this guy, I miss a lot. He's funny as fuck. This guy's fucking cool. Yeah. Well, questions or comments, you know what to do. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And to all of you, take care.